Welcome back to the Kop TV Hot Kopics, the podcast brought to you by myself and Freestyle DM, aka Doyle. It's good to be back. Episode 118. We've started the Euros. We're going to get into talking about Trent, Darwin, Cody, amongst a lot of other things. So make sure you smash that like button and you join us by giving us your comments in the comments section and then subscribing to the channel already. If you have not done that, please do it. And if you're listening on the audio platforms, make sure you smash that follow button on the Kop TV Hot Kopics podcast and then give us a 5-star rating. Doyle.
Yes.
You right?
I am, lads, again, early on Monday morning. Happy to be here, lads. Nice and sunny today as well.
Great day.
England won yesterday. Not that we're like, the biggest English fans in the world, but we do support Trent, and he was starting, lad. And that's going to be one of our talking points. So, yeah, I'm all right, lad.
Yeah,
how are you?
Good. I'm all right. It's been a good start to the Euros. It's been... Yeah,
the Yoros, innit?
There's been drama, there's been key decisions, and it carries on and on and on. And
it's nice,
the transfer window is officially open now as well.
Even though we're Liverpool supporters, I know like everyone watching this, our bosses is to have 3 games a day, like genuinely to wake up and go, yeah, I'll put that one on, I'll put that. Although today's ones are a bit meek, crap and a slud, to be quite honest with you.
Euro 2024. What we got today? We've got Ukraine, Romania, Belgium, Slovakia, and then Austria, France. Which should be a good game, actually.
Austria, France.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
They've got the biggest Gegenpressing stats in the qualification at Austria. Under
Fair play.
Rangnick.
Give them a little run for the money, the French.
But yeah, let's start off in chronological order. Let's start off with Holland and Cody Gakpo and Virgil van Dijk's performance against Poland. Virgil didn't have his best game. I'll be honest with you. There were periods in the game where Holland really had to, be very strong at the back and keep away the pressure. I mean, Poland without Lewandowski don't necessarily have the quality to score 2 or 3, but they did score 1, and then at the same time Cody Gakpo gets his goal,
which was
big
a
deflection,
yeah,
but man of the match. Yeah. And I had people texting me, including Cecil, saying, he doesn't play like that for Liverpool, what's going on? I mean, he has obviously flashes of really great stuff for Liverpool. What did you make of his kind of impact, knowing that he's a starter for Holland, and he scored the goal, got man of the match. Good for Liverpool.
In reality, right, club football teams are better than national football teams. If Liverpool play against England, they beat them. If Man City plays against England, they beat them. If Arsenal plays against England, they beat them, lad. And that's what Cody Gakpo is you're basically seeing with these national teams. He's gone into a team where he's one of the best players in that squad, without a doubt. So in Liverpool, he's not going to shine as brightly as he would in a team where he's given the reins, essentially. And you can see it, lad. Plus, was he playing on the left wing there? Or was he playing up front? I can't quite remember.
Left.
On the left.
Cutting in on the right.
And that's his exactly. And we don't play him on the left, lad. So again, it's like the England situation with Foden and Trent. You're playing players out of position in Liverpool, so he's going to need some adaptation. What's the word I'm looking for? He's going to need to be a bit more dynamic, but that's all right, lad. He's growing into his Liverpool career. I think he's been a great player for Liverpool. Great, solid start. I don't think it's been like
16
out
goals
of the water.
He scored last season.
But also, lad, he's a solid Liverpool player. I don't understand the hate for Gakpo. I really don't. I can't comprehend it. It's almost like, no one hated on Bobby when he was doing all similar type of stuff and he didn't get as many goals, but he was getting loads of assists and that. So, lad, no problem with it. I like to see players shining for the national team. I really do. Everyone can hate on it if they want, no problem. Do well, Cody, lads. It's nice to see you doing well. I actually love the Netherlands.
I saw a tweet yesterday saying something like, this is Virgil's first ever Euros game in his career. And people compare him to Terry, Vidic, Ferdinand. First of all, Vidic never qualified for the Euros ever with Serbia. Second of all, Rio Ferdinand never played a game at Euros because he wasn't picked he's injured in 2004 and he failed a drugs test in 2000 or he missed that one because of that and then was injured in 2008.
Which won't catch Virgil,
so
and he's, I
think it actually got community noted, when Twitter actually says the truth and not what someone has said. So yeah, that was Virgil van Dijk's first ever game at the Euros in his career.
Which is crazy to think about, isn't it?
And 31 or 32. Yeah.
Insane, especially the colossus of a defender that he is. It's a shame that he's not been able to experience the club football. Jordan Pickford, lad, it's all your fault. Genuinely.
Like,
it's your fault, buddy, yeah?
People say, are you ever going to let it go with Pickford? I don't think I can.
Bro, I'm just so happy that Virgil van Dijk is back to being one of the best defenders in the world after having, honestly, a horrific injury. That was horrible, lad. He snapped all the ligaments on his leg, lad. So
one of the worst.
I'm just happy to see. Again, I'm happy to see him back. He didn't have his best performance, but he does shine well in Netherlands. I think he scored like 3 goals in the last 4 games or something, lad. Yeah. That's boss, lad. That's what he does, lad. Yeah. Colossus.
I think it's 10 goals in 25 games now for
a defender.
Oh, sorry, for Gakpo.
Gakpo.
For Virgil, yeah, he scores goals. He's one of their, goal scorers. Weghorst scored the winner, and obviously give him a great start.
In the comments, like genuinely, not even just Liverpool supporters, I'd actually like to know who you put above Virgil van Dijk. Like, I know Saliba's there without a shadow of a doubt. He is. I can't really think. Rudiger,
up there.
Yeah, Rudiger. Gabriel definitely.
But even Saliba had an interview last
Diaz,
week.
Jones,
said,
Stones.
I'm in the top 3, but Virgil's the boss.
I think he is.
Arsenal fans will tell you different.
I think Virgil van Dijk is a blueprint for all the ball-playing defenders in the modern era. Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. Saliba looks at Virgil van Dijk, and he's almost a carbon copy. He's definitely got his own style. He's amazing. But there's similarities. You can see it, lad.
100%.
Genuinely.
There. Quick stat on Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo scored in each of his last 4 group stage games at the European Championships and World Cup, becoming the 3rd European player to do so this century, after Cristiano Ronaldo and Alvaro Morata.
He's a big player for Netherlands, lad, without a shadow of a doubt. That's why he got bought, right? Because of his performances in the Euros. Definitely he was playing well for PSV.
That's some stat though, man.
Yeah,
scored in each of his last 4. I mean, I was at the World Cup when I saw him score.
I rate him, lad. I honestly don't get this Gakpo agenda, lad. I think he's a good footballer, lad. Genuinely. Good enough to play for Liverpool, and obviously, evidently, brilliant for his national side as well, so... No beef,
I agree.
None whatsoever, lad.
I think we're going to see a great season from Gakpo.
I'd love to see it, yeah.
I think it's a real standout breakout. I mean, he's already had the breakout.
I also love his attitude, lad. I think his attitude is spot on, lad. Yeah. He's dealt with loads of criticism similar to Darwin Nunez, and he's just quiet about it, lad, and he's just getting his head down and getting on with his work, lad. I have loads of respect for the kid. I like him, lad. So
it's a win for Cody Gakpo, Virgil van Dijk and Ryan Gravenberch in the Euros.
Oh, yeah, Ryan.
But the first 2 losses in Euro 2024 were teams captained by Liverpool players in Andy Robertson and Dominic Szoboszlai, who got an assist.
A lovely assist, by the way.
Great assist. Very similar to what he can do for Liverpool. He's more of a left-sided player for Hungary, and he cuts in. But he's their main man. He's the man they look to. And they're definitely still not out. They've still got games to turn it around. Just before we get on to Trent, again, more international bits and bobs. Lucho Diaz was incredible for Colombia the other day. He scored a couple. He was taken out though with a nasty tackle. I mean, it literally erupted on the pitch. 2 players got sent off in the aftermath of it all because it was naughty. Yeah. For a friendly, it was naughty.
Like, what are you doing, lad?
Diaz was down on the floor, but I think he scored a couple.
Scored an overhead kick, lad.
And combine that with his rap, his 12 seconds of spitting bars.
Just give him the Ballon d'Or now, lad. You know what I mean?
What did you? The tune's decent because I've been listening to it by I think it's Brian Castro or something. Artist name.
When I'm doing my freestyle, lad, I literally have got my headphones on and I feel like I'm part of that national Colombian team, lad, and I've got a little salsa going on, and you know what I mean, my shoulders are going that, and then I hear Lucho Diaz, lad, and I just start running down the wing.
Lucho Diaz.
Genuinely, lad, I'm just sprinting down the wing going, step over. It's boss, lad. I love it, me.
Maybe there's a little career after.
A little rapping career. It was boss to see, though.
You know, but he is the star man of like James Rodriguez is obviously the captain. He's been around for 10 years.
Yeah.
But this is the star boy of Colombia.
Bro, he's insane. Genuinely, I'm so happy he's staying at Liverpool. It's wonderful.
I saw a Chelsea fan share the rap or the clip of him rapping and say, sick at lyrics but still can't finish though.
He's better than your wingers, isn't he, though, lads? Hey,
hold that.
Much better.
Chelsea.
Yeah, you take him.
Bunch of sausages.
Yeah.
Just before we go on to Trent again, Darwin Nunez has taken the number 19 out of respect for Luis Suarez, who is still playing for the Uruguayan national team. It was out of respect because obviously Darwin is the number 9. Yeah. But Suarez has returned back to the national team, and out of respect, he's taken number 19. Suarez takes.
That's his big 9. Bro. They have a lot of admiration for each other. Yeah.
Soak it all up with him.
I haven't said that. Suarez didn't have the best time with the media in England, and Darwin Nunez is not having the best time with the media in England. Yeah. And I hope that Suarez doesn't just say, do you know what, lad, just cut your losses and get off. That's what Suarez did. Suarez cut his losses and got off. But he was also outperforming.
Gerrard said, look, stay for one more year.
Yeah.
But we're not at that stage.
Let's hope not, lad. Let's hope not. But also, I do like the relationship them two have. I've seen a lot of talks that they've had, and Suarez is always giving them advice and telling them how good of a club Liverpool actually is. And if you get behind, if you do performances, they'll get behind you and whatnot. So hopefully he's saying, lads, I had this. You need to just chill out. I had a bad season at the start, and then he hasn't even had a bad season. I'm not saying a bad season. I had a alright season at the start, and then look at the season I had afterwards, lad. It was insane. So Darwin Nunez has got the capabilities to do the same thing, lad. He's not Suarez, but he's still got bags of goals in him. I hope that Suarez is telling him, just get your head down, lad.
Well, it's good that he's training with someone like Suarez and he's playing with them, learns a bit. I mean, his form for Uruguay is sensational. I think it's 8 goals in 6 games under Marcelo Bielsa. So he seems to be thriving whenever he goes to play for Uruguay. You do get that with a lot of South American players. They are massively patriotic. They can't wait to link up with their fellow compadres, in the sun.
Well, yeah, and also again, I'm gonna reiterate. I don't
want him to resist, or what's the right word I'm looking for? When you start to despise something,
resent.
Resent. I don't want him to resent coming to Liverpool.
Yeah, neither do I, of course, lad. We love him. Like, lad, we love you. You're our little cult hero, lad.
Yeah.
That's what you are. I do want to reiterate, like, the quality of the teams that you're facing is not as good as the Premier League. So I don't want him to be disheartened by coming to the Premier League and then getting tackled a little bit more, because the defenders are better, lad. They get paid hundreds of millions of pounds in this league because they're the best in the world. It's a concentration of all the best players. It's not like national squads. Sometimes in the defence, you have to make do with what you've got when you've got a national team, and that's why these players are getting so many goals. I do believe. I think they've got quality without a doubt, but also they're coming against teams that don't have the quality Premier League defenders do. That Arsenal defence in Euros right now, lad, would probably win the Euros, lad, because that defence is just ridiculous, right? So that's what I'm talking about, lad. Good on you, Darwin Nunez, lad, and don't be disheartened when you come back and get tackled, because it's all right.
Yeah, 100%. It's got to be a massive, massive season for Darwin. And
Cody Gakpo and Darwin Nunez next season, lad, them two have got a big answers to answer. And I hope they both sort of like collaborate with this, and go, right, we're both the players under the microscope here.
It's all about communication.
Exactly. And like, let's back each other, lad. Let's get each other going. Like, let's push each other to do well in these positions. Because I want your position and you want my position, lad. So let's push each other. That's what I want to see.
100%. Let's talk about England then. Last night, as we knew, Trent would start in midfield. He's been given the number 8. And if we look at his stats, it's 91% pass accuracy, 5 long balls completed, 3 shots, 2 ground duels won, 2 interceptions. I've seen some newspapers and outlets give him a 6 out of 10. I've seen others give him a 4. I've seen others give him a 7 out of 10. It wasn't his best game. Definitely wasn't his worst game at all for, in his career. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever seen, I have actually, because there's been other examples, but a player be so overanalyzed and magnified like we are seeing with Trent. Listen, he is technically a right back for Liverpool, so I understand there's going to be more eyes about him in midfield. But, he started off the chance that Walker had. He intercepted the ball. He whipped it in for Declan Rice. On another day, he could have had a pre-assist and an assist. He had a couple of shots on goal as well. Yeah.
Nearly set up Bellingham as well.
Nearly set up Bellingham too. And obviously, Bellingham has been speaking about him. He's one of his biggest fans.
And did you see the faded ball he did into the box for Kane as well? Like, there's quality there. There's nobody on that team that passes the ball like him, without a shadow of a doubt. Even yesterday, on an average game for Trent, he was still the best passer on the pitch, without a shadow of a doubt. He's the only one that can switch the play and put you in the final third like that, from nothing. I do think there was parts of his game off of the ball where he did seem that he was not quite up to speed, and that's fine, because he's not a midfielder. He hasn't played there. How many games has he had there? 4, 5? It's not fair to really criticise him the way he has. Players like Phil Foden, lad, have just come off the back of a season where they've won the league. He's player of the season, and he's misplacing passes everywhere. I know he's playing left wing, and I know Trent's playing centre mid, and that's why he's being scrutinised so much, but the focal point on Trent is just mad. I don't know why it happens all the time. They always pick one player to make an scapegoat. To do it with Saka, they've done it with Sterling. It's the media, lad. It just makes, and social media, it's a pain in the bum, lad, but I think Trent had an alright game. I think he deserves to start the next one, and I believe that, lad, genuinely. What are we looking at here?
That was just this video of Ronaldo signing autographs. But I agree. I think he deserves to keep his position. I think when Gallagher came on in the latter stages, he did well, harried and pressed, and that isn't really what Trent's there to do in the first place.
That's Rice's job, lad.
It is, and Rice I thought was brilliant last night.
He was
and there were real flashes of moment where I thought, wow, Trent is doing his thing.
He's not being told. He's not being told to be an enforcer in that sixth role. What he's told to do is be a float round, lad. I want you to create chances. You could see it from the very start. He was told to link up play, so he'd give it to Declan Rice, lad, and then he'd sprint up the top of the pitch, dragging men with him to follow the run, and it'd create pockets of space for Jude Bellingham to run into. That was the whole point of that system. He was doing all of the legwork, the attacking legwork, so Jude Bellingham can carry the ball, and then he can essentially get the ball at the top of the pitch and try and find an assist, while Rice sits at the bottom. And I don't think it worked terribly. I just think the team in the second half were crap. They just weren't good, lad, and Serbia stepped it up. It was as simple as that. Trent's not the scapegoat. I will, however, admit some of the mistakes he made were bad. So when he received the ball in our final third,
gave it away, and Mitrovic had
that's bad, lad. And then also he tried to do a pirouette turn and he messed it up, right?
Yeah.
But having said that, he's there to create. So these players like Bruno Fernandes, I don't know, like Kevin De Bruyne, they misplace the ball sometimes because that's what they're there to do.
Last night as well.
Yeah, many times. Phil, like, I'm not getting on any players' backs, right? Because we still won. But Phil Foden, lad, I watched him misplace the ball honestly about 5 times. It like frustratingly simple passes that we know he can do because he's a phenomenal footballer. Misplaced passes, and I don't know why he is not the person in the scrutiny either. I don't get it, lad. I really don't. It always seems to be a particular type of player, and we know what they look like. Yeah, that's, in my opinion, that's the way it goes, lad.
I'm with you
Totally. Because in my opinion, Phil Foden was really the one that underwhelmed me yesterday. Trent tried. He did have moments in the game. Phil Foden didn't have any.
Well, let me just go through a couple of the tweets that I saw yesterday, because again, it's really split. People saying it's tidy with all of the stats that I just reeled off to you, and then people are saying, because obviously we heard all the criticism he was getting from Roy Keane and Gary Neville before the game had even started, by the way. There's a couple of tweets I wanted to go through. I mean,
2 Man United pundits.
Jamie O'Hara said, Trent, I think that's the last game we'll see from him in midfield, not good enough. But then if you look at some of the kind of top newspapers in their reviews, they've actually said that he was really good and he'll keep his position there.
What people are not looking at is so I said he struggled with off the ball positioning in some areas, but he also excelled in some areas of it as well, like I've just said. Linking up play, dragging men with him to the top of the pitch, creating pockets of space for Jude Bellingham. He has been told to do that. On the ball sometimes he lost the ball, but he also created chances. Didn't he create 7 out of the 8 chances for England? That's ridiculous, lad. And he's had a bad game, but he's created more chances than anybody else.
Yeah, well, the Telegraph, Sam Wallace says Trent signalled a new approach to England's third midfielder on more attacking, more risk. It was worth it.
It was. We scored a goal, lad, and he nearly set like his floating position, bro. He got right into that right back position again, and he gave it to Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham messed it up, lad. He could have scored from that goal from that position, like so.
Someone else said, talk about Kane, Foden, and Trippier being non-existent, or make a whole segment about Trent miscontrolling the ball. Paddy Power says that performance from Trent really makes you understand why Southgate kept Henderson in the team for so long, which they've obviously just done that to get a few likes and a few retweets.
It's because
everything is microanalyzed.
If Trent didn't do that mistake, I don't think his performance would be overanalyzed like this. That one mistake at the back where he's miscontrolled it. Yeah. If that didn't happen, I think they'd be looking at other people just for that one thing, which is a pain in the bum, right? Because the game's 90 minutes and all the wonderful things that he's done are not being highlighted, but just the negative things. And that's the way. That's life, to be quite honest with you.
Before the game yesterday said Trent's not experienced. Well,
in midfield he's not. I'll give it that.
He's played 3 European Cup finals. He's won everything at the age of 21. If you don't want to play with that experience playing for England, then you don't deserve him.
That's what I said, right? So in that midfield, right, credit to Rice, I think he's a phenomenal footballer, but he's only ever won 1 trophy in his life. And in that game, to be quite honest with you, lad, he was poor. He didn't win that final for West Ham, lad. He got outrun. So Trent and Jude Bellingham are players that have been there and done that. Same with Kyle Walker, John Stones. These type of players actually need to be in the team to drag them to believe that they can win. Also, look at the synergy that they've got. Jude Bellingham and Trent, lad, they obviously have something there together, lad. So I have probably got a bias hat on. I love to see Trent playing for England. That's one of the only reasons why I watched them, right? So I think he had an average performance. I don't think it was anything to criticise in the sense of he's not the reason why England played bad. The whole team did second half.
Someone tweeted, Trent plays, I support England. Trent doesn't play, I support whoever England are playing against. Kloppaholic. There's another bit here from Jude Bellingham, and it was a nice quote that we saw after the game. He said, on Trent, because obviously he was asked straight away on Trent, he said he makes it so easy for me because he can control the game so well defensively in that position. I know, and this was the key bit, I know people talk a lot of rubbish, but he's so aggressive with that back to goal pressure.
I love that
though. He's coming out and defending him, and maybe, I mean, you can ask fans what they want. They're all fighting in Germany or whatever, being idiots, singing 10 German bombers and all that. But ask Harry Kane, ask Jude Bellingham who they'd rather have in the midfield, floating balls in behind. It's Trent.
And I think
I'm going to listen to them instead of, what Kev says from Darlington on Twitter.
I agree, lad. I agree.
So it is what it is.
And also, to be quite honest with you, the newspapers, again, when I watched the pundits yesterday after the game, none of them were saying Trent was playing bad. They actually, I was quite surprised, lad. I genuinely was. Rio Ferdinand, who else was it?
Michael Richards,
Gary Lineker. They were like mixed bag. And I agree, it was a mixed bag for a lad that's starting his first competitive game in centre midfield where he's scrutinised. And you could tell he felt the nerves. There was nerves there, but he grew into the game without a shadow of a doubt. I loved that from Jude, giving him a bit of the praise there. And that's testament to what I said. The reason why he's saying he made it easier for me is because he's creating pockets of space for him, lad, by running and keeping the ball and doing whatever he needs to do to make that space for Bellingham, lad.
And when he says, I know a lot of people talk a lot of rubbish, what do you think he's maybe referring to, or who?
I mean, just the newspapers, right? Social media. We've all got an opinion. That's what we're doing right now. We have an opinion. Our opinion might not be right to a lot of people, which is fine, and that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to spark conversation. But them lads hear a lot of crap probably from a lot of people that don't know what they're talking about. And they probably, not saying that we do either. We're just here to talk about it. So, yeah. Newspapers, social media, lad. You probably heard it all, mate.
Yeah, probably. Another bit of news that came out over the weekend. At this stage, it's a rumour. But obviously on Friday, I think I did a video on the channel talking about the Lille defender Lenny Yoro, who is linked with the move away from the French club. There was a rumour on Friday that an unnamed club had made a £42 million bid for Lenny Yoro. Lille were holding out for 50. He's 18. I've watched him. He's very good, mate. I'll be honest.
Liverpool are linked with him, right?
Liverpool linked to him, Manchester United and Real Madrid. And I said in a clip that, Manchester United next season, they're looking at Branthwaite, Maguire, Lindelof, Martinez. I don't see him going there.
Unless this kid's phenomenal, and I'm not going to pretend that I've seen a lot of him because don't think I've seen a game of his, but we've got Yoro Consolad, who's 19.
Yeah, but obviously Matip's left, so
I get that. We need another defender.
Back.
No, yeah, absolutely, but I'd rather buy a 23, 24-year-old defender that's set in his ways now and knows how to play football, lad. I don't want to get another potential defender. We've got one. Yoro Consolad is that, and he's got bags of potential. We need someone established right now. Same with centre defensive mid for me. We don't need potential anymore. We've got bags of it. Connor Bradley, Yoro Consolad. It's there. We can see it. Just let and
Connor Bradley scored a couple for Northern Ireland.
I was seeing that a header and one where he got to the front post and he just pipped them in there, lad. It was boss.
Do you know what I think as well? When you're looking at players that can potentially come in, you're looking at a few things. Obviously, the age. He's 18. There's some times where you think, well, actually, is that a little bit too young? But when you're looking at the
Jude Bellingham,
the kind of future of if you're linked to Real Madrid at the age of 18, you must be doing something right. So, would you hold out for 50 mil for him?
No, I'm not going to lie.
Or give me another name then that you'd prefer.
Inácius from Sporting Lisbon. He could be a solid little defender. We do like to buy Portuguese players as well. I don't know if he's Portuguese, but we like to buy from the Portuguese league. I just think I want an established defender. I can't really put a name on anything right now because the Euros is just filling me mind, to be quite honest with you. And I think, again, I said it earlier in a few streams ago, there will be some stars that emerge from this. Like for me, Mark Gay yesterday, I'd take him at Liverpool, Get to Liverpool, bro. Stand next to fucking Virgil van Dijk there and pass the ball and nothing.
Oh, man.
I would.
He did play well last night.
Players like Mark Gay, I have the amount of respect I developed for that kid yesterday after watching his interview and watching his game. I was like, you are exactly what I like in a defender. And someone like him is who I'd want. Crystal Palace fans, I'm so sorry because I don't want anyone to touch your team because it's a beautiful team. It's my favourite team in London. I actually love it. But I would take him. It's players like him, lad. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Why not? How much would he go for?
Let us know in the
60
comments.
mil?
Lenny Yoro or Mark Gahey.
Yeah, Mark
centre
Gahey.
backs.
Obviously, it's probably not going to happen, but how much do you reckon he'd go for as well? What? Like,
I think now that he's played
60,
in...
70 mil?
It's
maybe?
mental to
That's
be
a lot of
paying
money.
that
I know.
money for
No, he's 23 as well.
centre-backs in these days. He's 23, yeah.
I'd love to get him, yeah, for 40 mil. Here's 40 mil, like, gives him right now. Yeah? You
I'm
might
not
win
gonna
some
do
stuff
that.
with those, lads.
If I was them, I'd be saying 75.
So would I.
But he isn't
that
worth
good?
that. He is good, but he's not worth
I agree.
75 million.
I agree.
But who
Not
is
when
these
Virgil
days?
van Dijk was 75 million
Who
pounds.
is these days? So yeah, listen, it is what it is. We'll see who we get in the summer. The transfer window is officially open.
There's going to be loads of names linked with us, like, but I want an established centre defensive mid and an established centre back. Someone that comes right into the starting lineup, lad.
It would be interesting to see Ibu Konate tonight for France against Austria.
I wonder if Saliba's going to get a game, lad. Because I've got to give credit to him, lad. He's great, lad. He's phenomenal.
He is.
I don't know why they don't play Saliba and Konate next to each other.
Plays ahead of him, so
I don't get it, because I don't... Honestly, Upamecano had a good few seasons, but the last few, he's not being great. I think Saliba's been better.
way better.
I genuinely think a partnership of a front-footed defender like Konate and a calm, collected one like Saliba is perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm not a manager and I haven't won a World Cup like the champ, so you get to say, lads, your say, you know what I mean? I just think that's a great... I can't stand it.
How do you think Arne Slot is feeling watching these games at the minute?
Chilled. He's probably got a pina colada on the beach. Oh, didn't I say that, by the way? Yeah, I said it on the pod last time, and I said he might be on the beach, lad, just chilling. Yeah, literally 2 days after I seen a meme, Arne Slot being spotted on the beach, and I just sent it to him and went, I fucking told you, didn't I, lads? I knew it would be. He's just having a chill. Just having a relax, lad, before the biggest moments of his life.
Yeah, I mean, we'd still like to see some kind of announcement, unveiling as well. You know, it isn't just all pina coladas on the beach.
I get it. But also, do you know what? I don't mind the timing of after the Euros, him coming out and then get me excited again for the Prem. Does that make sense? I feel like if he would have done it beforehand, sort of would have been all forgotten about a little bit, and then we would have just been into the pre-season and not really had that same energy. Now if he does it just before that, we're like, yes, now switch mindsets from the Euros to this.
Yeah, so again, let us know in the comments, what date do you have on your calendar that Liverpool do finally announced Arne Slot. But at the minute, I'll be honest with you, Doyle, there's not much more to talk about in terms of, pre-season, because the Euros is ever consuming everything we talk about for the next 4 or 5 weeks. But of course, any transfer updates will let you know. Any Euro updates from the players that are playing out in Germany will let you know. But we wanted to come on and defend Trent. Not that we feel like we have to massively, but we can already see where this narrative is starting to go a little bit. And there's no doubting that Phil Foden and Trent are unbelievable players. There is no doubt in it. Foden hasn't showed it. I think he's got 35 caps. If I'm honest, I can't tell you a standout game that he's maybe had for England from minute 1 to minute 90.
Even didn't he play? He played as a number 10 against Iceland, and we lost 1-0.
Yeah.
So I do think it's hard for Gareth Southgate to try and adapt this team, mate. Because I think what people are actually calling for right now is to put Rice, Bellingham, and then Foden in the 10. And I can see that. That's a brilliant midfield. So maybe that'll be the next game that England play against Denmark. It might be that. And I can see why he would do that. But I'd still, obviously, as a Liverpool supporter, love to see Trent back in that starting lineup, doing his job, creating chances, lad. But I think he'll probably be coming on as a sub the next game, to be honest.
Happy birthday to Jordan Henderson.
Endo, champion.
33, 34 today. Big up to him.
Good on. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Thank you, lad.
Is that it?
Yeah, happy birthday, lad, innit?
Also, don't forget the Premier League fixture list is announced tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Chelsea
Who
first
do you
game
want to
of the
get?
season.
Who do you not want to get? Who do you want on your birthday? Who do you not want on your birthday? I always look at who we've got around
An easy game on my
mid-January.
birthday so we can win, please.
Who do you actually want?
Just someone easy, lad. Ipswich.
You say
Ipswich.
easy.
Yeah.
No, there's no easy game,
games,
mate.
okay?
Yeah? Have some
Someone
respect.
easier than Man City, okay?
Would you take...
No Arsenal, no Man City.
Yeah, I don't want.
Anybody else?
I'll be honest. I don't want no Big Six games. First game of
Man
the
United
season.
as well, mate. Something like that after last
No,
season.
we never play them
performances against
first. I reckon it's someone like
If we get Chelsea again, lad,
Forest at home.
I would like a home game first.
Yeah.
Definitely would like a home game first.
Yeah, I would like a Forest at home.
Did we play away last
Or
time?
a team like
We
that.
played away last time.
First game of the season last season.
Was it at Anfield? Or was it
Chelsea
Stamford
away,
Bridge?
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was 1-0. And let's get a win under our
And then we
belts as well.
hyped them when they come to ours.
Yeah,
4-1.
4-1. And I was there.
No, it's bad.
Right, there you go. We've spoken about Trent. We've spoken about Darwin, Lucho Diaz. We've spoken about Lenny Yoro. will he potentially be added to the Liverpool roster for next season? And of course, the fixtures are announced tomorrow. So let us know in the comments who you'd like, who you wouldn't like. And yeah, we carry on.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Take care,
See you
Doyle.
next week.
I'll be back tomorrow with the video for the fixture list announcements. But until then, smash that like button. Give us a little share
please.
if you can.
Please
and
do.
don't forget, if you're on audio platforms, do like the video and give us a 5-star rating as well. See you soon. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you check out the rest of the channel too. There's other stuff you'll enjoy for sure.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous dads.
Come on.